I recorded a whole video and it didn't record. Hi guys, welcome back. I am the Housewife Historian and we are talking the Real Housewives of New Jersey, guys. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Also want to let you know that I have been playing and watching and catching up on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I will be coming out with a review on the second episode and the third episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So make sure that you're watching for that. All of the tea I channel through my YouTube channel first. So make sure that you are turning on your notifications and subscribing to my channel. All of my other platforms like Instagram and Twitter, I take the tea there. Second, it comes to YouTube first. Also, guys, make sure that you understand this video. Everything in this video is alleged. Please refer to my banner at the bottom of the screen. And then let's get into a couple of different things. Now, the Real Housewives of New Jersey is still causing turmoil on Instagram amongst bloggers, friends, family. It is wild. The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Every day we're hearing something different as it pertains to the reunion. And now we're starting to see Andy Cohen get a lot of backlash for his comments in his book about Teresa Giudice, Caroline Manzo taking her down on season 13. And also the clip that we're seeing of him raising his voice at her at the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion. We're trying to figure out, is there a shift in the dynamic between Teresa and Andy Cohen? And is the shift something that we has been slowly happening over time, or is Louis responsible for this shift? Don't forget, guys, that we were told allegedly by Kim D that Marge was telling Melissa and Joe that Teresa was getting her own show. And this was allegedly why Melissa and Joe went so hard at Teresa and Louis this season, because they thought it would be their last and they didn't think they would be dealing with Teresa and Louis anymore, anticipating that they would be getting their own show. Now, going back to Teresa and Louis, Teresa looks amazing at the reunion. However, we hear Andy talk about the joke of the century and Teresa believing Jacqueline. And this is before we know that Caroline comes out and says she was actually present for the phone call that was made to the FBI. Now, people in the comments started to talk about how the FBI could never list their informants, etc., etc. And going on beyond that, Jacqueline in an episode of Behind the Velvet Rope with David and Kim D explains the difference between the IRS and the actual FBI, the rules and regulations, informant, information, and process, etc., etc. Very, very, very different. So if your husband is an FBI or retired, his stipulations and rules and regulations are not going to be the same as the IRS. And if you remember, Teresa and Juicy Joe's issues originated with the IRS, right? Now, do we think that Andy Cohen has chosen a side? I think that we have an issue right now with executives, and when people are saying that they're trying to come up with a way to keep Teresa and Louis and Melissa and Joe at the same time, I am agreeing with that. If they get rid of Joe and Melissa, they're losing an entire fan base of people that have been rooting or cheering them on for the last 10 years as well. Not to mention, there's two of them. So you have people that love, I think that there's people that love Joe Gorga, people that love Melissa, and people that love them together as a couple, right? Teresa and Louis don't have that advantage, but Teresa on her own stands as a force to be reckoned with, as she is probably as big, if not bigger, than the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now, other people, I saw the comment that was shared from a account. I want to say it was a Real Housewives of Atlanta account. And they basically said that Andy Cohen is doing to Teresa Giudice what he did to Nene Leakes. And he is now trying to rewrite history after trying to give Sheree a tagline last season when she made her return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. A tagline about something about being like the OG of the franchise because she was one of the first housewives. When we all know that really Nene Leakes was the OG of the Real Housewives of Atlanta for many, many years. Yes, Sheree was like the Scotty to Michael Jordan. Nene, Michael Jordan, Sheree was Scotty, right? You couldn't have one without the other, but at the same time, Nene Leakes definitely the poster child for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and now Andy Cohen allegedly just trying to rewrite Real Housewives of Atlanta history and keep Nene Leakes out of it. For whatever reason that may be. Is it because of the lawsuit? We don't know. Now, fast forward, is the issue with Andy Cohen between Louis Ruelas? Did Louis Ruelas find something on Andy Cohen, and now Andy Cohen is pissed off about it, and he is feeling some type of way, and he doesn't want to be working with one Teresa, who is almost bigger than the show itself, and then also her significant other that now has dirt on Andy Cohen? Other people are coming up with a different perspective and a different mm, idea of what they think is going on, and I'm a little skeptical in saying this, but I keep seeing it popping up in the comments, and so therefore I'm going to tell you without telling you that a lot of people think there could have been or could be or had been something going on between the cast and the late night host. Maybe not like something, but maybe just something. Let's remember that allegedly Melissa Gorga was a dancer at this strip club, and we have a ex dancer coming forward. Her name is Nicole. She is leaving comments on Instagram, I think, or they've been shared on Instagram, and she simply has said this. Look, Melissa was a dancer. I danced with her. It was no big deal. She was like in school, and Joe used to come in and give her money and buy bottles of champagne, and he took her out of that life. So she was lucky to have met him. And so what if she was a dancer? That's what the comment said. And I agree with the comment. So what if she was a dancer? I don't think anyone cares if she was a dancer. It's the fact that she lies about being a dancer. Jeez. It's like, also, we don't care now that you came on the show to take Teresa down. It's just the fact that you still lie about that you came on the show to take Teresa down. At least for me. I'm just saying, don't get mad. Those comments are out there. I didn't even reshare the comment because I don't want to deal with the war. But it was literally like a 7-sentence comment, and that's what it said. And it gave kudos to Joe for taking her out of that life. So, whatevs, right? But allegedly, let's not forget that he used to be a Chippendales dancer too. So it's like, what's the big deal? How come he can admit that he was a dancer, but she can't admit that she was a dancer? What's the difference? I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense. Also, guys, getting a lot from Vanderpump Rules, and I really want to talk also about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're gonna do a whole different episode, or yeah, a video for the episode number 2 and then number 3. So hopefully you guys are getting caught up on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If not, get caught up so that you guys can check out my video. Make sure that you guys hit that like button. It does make a difference with my videos. I try to bring you guys all of the latest gossip and content, and I run all of my tea through my YouTube channel first before I hit the other platforms. Also, what was else I wanted to talk to you guys about? There's something about the kids. I don't know. I'll have to remember it for another video. But anyways, guys, happy Friday. Bye.